Hey guys, it's Vilma. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be about my current foundation collection. I've done a video like this maybe a couple of years ago or so, but every year I buy new products, I review them for you guys, and also because I like testing and trying new products, of course. I have drugstore, high-end, so there's budget-friendly products and also a little bit more expensive. I have all of them in here in this white container. This is actually where I keep them inside my vanity, and most of these products, if not all of them, I have reviews, so I'll put the links all in the info bar below if you guys want more in-depth information about these foundations, because I'm just going to give you a little bit of information on them but not a full on review. So randomly I'm just going to start picking them up and show you what I have. The first one is the Maybelline Dream Flawless Nude Fluid Touch Foundation, and I have this in shade 21, which is golden beige. This shade is a little bit too light for me, so after I've tested it out and I reviewed it for you guys, I haven't really used it because it doesn't match me. It's a little bit too light. I think the shade above this one would have been perfect for me, but the foundation is very easy to blend. It's quite fluid, but when you apply it on your skin, it kind of like turns into powder, if that makes sense. It has a matte finish, so it would definitely be suitable for normal to combination oily skin, but I don't think it would be all that good for somebody who has dry skin. Unless you really exfoliate your skin and moisturize, I don't think this will be all that good for you. And one thing that surprised me about this foundation is that it lasts pretty well throughout the day. I would say about 7 to 8 hours. It doesn't fade that quickly. Obviously having a primer and also, you know, setting the foundation with a powder, but it works really well for oily skin. Next I have a Superdrug foundation, which is called Be Even Oil Control Foundation. This is great for oilier skin. Now the shade that I have here is Honey. I find that Honey, when I apply it on my skin, it matches me perfectly, but throughout the day it does oxidize, and I think it would be great for me when I reach like NC 35, maybe NC 37. It will match me perfectly, and it does last throughout the day really well. It's a foundation that it's, of course, because it says oil controlling, it's great for oilier skin, but I think somebody who likes a matte foundation, you could be somebody who has normal skin, you would actually really like it. I think there's only about 6 to 8 shades available. I'm not too sure, maybe 10, and this product is exclusively sold at Superdrug, so this is the only drugstore or high street store that you would find it, but I think it's a great foundation for oilier skin. Next I have the Bare Minerals Matte Foundation. The shade that I'm matched to is Golden Medium, and I absolutely love this foundation in the summer because it does look very natural on the skin. It is quite matte, hence the reason for the name, but it doesn't look like that matte flat type of foundation. You know, it still looks like skin, but if you apply a little bit too much and you like that full coverage, it can look cakey. So for me, I only use this foundation to even out my skin tone, and knowing that it's so light on the skin, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything. It's even better, especially now that the weather's getting warmer. So I would highly recommend this, especially as well if you have sensitive skin. Bare Minerals is fantastic. This has never caused me to have any breakouts, and I am prone for that because I have large pores, and talking about pores, it does emphasize the pores a little bit, so it would be helpful if you would use a pore primer, like that it would fill your primers so that the foundation doesn't sink into it. But overall, I really love this product. Next I have the EX1 Invisiwear Liquid Foundation, which is one of my favorite foundations since last year. I have this in shade F200, which is perfect for a NC 30, and that's what I'm wearing today. Actually, I completely forgot, but that's the foundation I'm wearing today. I love it. I think it's a great foundation for every day, if you want to go out at night, if you want to wear it for a party, because It doesn't have any flashback on photography. I don't even think this has SPF. I am not too sure. Maybe it does. I'm not too sure, guys. I can't remember, but the link will be below for the review. But this foundation just looks so nice on the skin. It actually reminds me of the Estee Lauder Double Wear, but with a more lighter feel. And it just matches me perfectly. I really like it. It looks good on camera. And when I wear it, I just feel kind of like flawless, if that makes sense. And for the price that I paid, this is fantastic. It has gone up in price. Now it's £12.50, I think. Whereas when I bought it, it was only £10. So, but definitely a foundation that I would highly recommend, and I will definitely be repurchasing when it's finished. Next, I have MAC's Face and Body, which is a foundation which is loved by a lot of makeup artists because it looks very, very natural. Now, this is a glowy or dewy type of foundation, so if you have oily skin, I would only recommend using this in the winter when it's really cold, but it looks so natural. One of my best friends has it, and every time I see her, she's wearing this foundation, and I always go like, wow, your skin looks amazing. And it's all to do with this foundation. It's definitely suitable for somebody who has normal to dry skin. You guys would really love this. But I have oilier skin, and I love this in the winter because it just makes me look flawless, but in a very, very natural way. Next, I have the Boots No. 7 Stay Perfect Super Light Foundation. I think this was the last foundation review I've done so far, and I've been using this foundation a lot. It's very, very natural with a radiant finish. It's perfect for any skin type. So once again, if you have oily skin, don't be scared of trying this. I always recommend primer and powders, always, but this foundation just looks like skin. You don't need to apply a lot. I love the packaging to start off with. It's not too big, it's plastic, it's a squeezy bottle, and I really, really like it. It's expensive, but a lot of times you get a promotion of £3 off at Boots. Anytime you go to the till and you buy something, they give you a voucher. This is definitely a foundation that I would highly recommend for any skin type. If you like that light medium coverage that just looks like skin, this is a fantastic drugstore option. Next, I have L'Oreal True Match Foundation. I have this in shade W4. If I haven't mentioned shades in previous foundations that I've shown you guys, everything will be listed below because sometimes I just forget. This shade matches me perfectly. I know I've reviewed this foundation over 2 years ago, and my review was kind of like 50-50, but since they've released, not recently, but since I found out that they had more shades and I bought this one, I fell in love with the foundation again, and I just think it's a great drugstore foundation. It has numerous shades available from the lightest to the deepest skin tone, and it's great for any skin type. Now in the summer, I don't think I would go for this foundation. It's kind of like medium coverage, and I like more of the lighter feel on the skin. And not that it's heavy or anything like that, but it gives me a little bit more coverage than I would need. But I definitely use this sometimes when I'm doing my videos. Winter time is definitely a foundation that I will be wearing, and I would really recommend to anybody, any skin type. This is an affordable foundation that feels more expensive, like this one from the drugstore. That feels more expensive, but it's not, quite affordable. I think it's only £10, and it's a foundation that everybody loves on YouTube. Most of us, we love it. So definitely, yeah, a foundation that I would highly recommend as well. Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-hour foundation. This is the first time I actually said 25-hour and not 24, because in my review I kept saying 24. Anyway, shade 303 is a little bit too dark for me, and not only it's too dark, it has a pink undertone. So this is a foundation that I will not be wearing again. However, it has great coverage. It blends in very, very nicely, and it leaves a flawless finish on the skin. I think if the shade matched me, and if they had like a shade that was a little bit more yellow undertone, I would probably wear it for nights out in the summer because it lasts really well. It's not an oil controlling foundation by any means, but it's a long-lasting foundation. It's just a shame that the shade doesn't match me all that well, but it's still a good foundation that I would recommend for any skin type, especially if you like that heavier coverage. This is a great drugstore option. Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse Foundation. This was a foundation that I wanted to try for ages, and when I bought it, I got the wrong shade. Once again, it looks very deceiving. It looks like it would match me perfectly, but it's a little bit too light. It's shade 21 Nude. Now, this foundation is great for oily skin. It's very affordable. It comes in about 12 shades, and it's very easy to blend. It has really nice coverage, but it still looks natural if you don't apply too much and you blend it in properly. Because I find that sometimes foundations like this, because this is a mousse texture, you think that you're not applying enough, and then all of a sudden you just look like a cake face. But this applies really well. It blends in really nicely. It's just the wrong shade for me, so I'm not using it anymore, but I really liked it when I reviewed it. I used it for a week. I made it work with my bronzer, but now that it's summer, it's way too light for me, so I won't be wearing it again, but I still really like it and highly recommend for somebody who's on a budget and has oilier skin. The infamous Estee Lauder Double Wear. I have two shades. This one is 3W1 Tawny, and this one is 3W2 Cashew. Now, Cashew is my summer shade. If I reach NC37 to NC40, this will definitely match you. 3W1 Tawny is too light even for my winter shade. It's a little bit cool toned, so when I was matched the first time, they didn't match me properly, so Estee Lauder kindly sent me a new bottle. This was ages ago, and I did pay for this one. It wasn't like an offer, but Estee Lauder customer services is fantastic here in the UK. So they did send me a bottle because I couldn't find my receipt. So thank you so much. Definitely a fantastic, fantastic foundation for any skin type. It leaves a flawless finish on the skin. It can look cakey if you apply too much, but if you blend it in really nice, it will just be seamless on the skin. It has about 31 shades available in this line, so you'll definitely find something for you. Love it for summertime, for nights out, or if you want to sheer it out just with a beauty blender or a beauty sponge, you can just sheer it out and it will look really natural throughout the day, and I really like it. I'm just waiting to get tan so I can use it because this shade is way too light. YSL Le Teint Touché Éclat. Oh my goodness, this foundation is gorgeous on the skin. Now, it's one of those foundations that give you a glow, so it is not really suitable for oilier skin, but once again, I use it in the winter and it just looks very, very pretty. It does have that glow, that dewiness to it, but I find that that type of foundation can make you look a little bit more youthful, and that's the reason where sometimes I buy foundations like this, because I like having that glow factor, but mostly in the fall winter. Gorgeous foundation. I've used it pretty much till the end. I think I only have one tiny little bit left, but at the moment I am not using it. It still matches me, but I have to wait till winter comes. But it's a foundation that if you're looking for something high-end, which has that wow factor, I would definitely recommend this one. Dior Skin Forever Flawless Perfection Fusion Wear. I don't know why Dior always gives these foundations long names, but beautiful satin finish foundation. I do wear this a lot in my videos because it gives me a very flawless, beautiful finish on the skin. It has a somewhat glow to it because it's a satin finish. I actually find it a little bit comparable to this one, but obviously this is the high-end version. For me, they're not dupes, but they're comparable. Beautiful foundation. They don't have a lot of shades available, I think about 8, but if you find your shade and you wear this foundation, you will love it. It has SPF 19, so it's perfect for spring, summer. I would say more spring here in the UK, but it's just very pretty on the skin and I really like it. It's also similar to the Estee Lauder Double Wear because it has great coverage, but this one is a satin finish, whereas the Estee Lauder is a little bit more matte. So this one gives you a better glow and kind of like radiance on the skin, and I really, really like it. Next I have a Bobbi Brown foundation, and this is the Skin Stick foundation, which I absolutely love. And you guys can see that a lot of foundations that I really love are high-end, and I apologize for that, but I just find that the formula sometimes works so much better on me than a drugstore foundation. This one is perfect for traveling. It comes in a stick form, as you guys can see. It's a very natural foundation with a natural finish. When I say natural, it doesn't look matte, it doesn't look glowy, it's not satin, it just feels and looks like skin. It does transfer slightly, and it's not the most long wearing foundation, but it's still one of my favorite products that I bought this year so far. I bought it at the end of 2014, but I really like it. I haven't touched certain foundations because I have so many to go through that I'm waiting for winter. I find that this one works a lot better in the winter. Even though they've changed the formula, it works a lot better for me because I have oilier skin, but it's a beautiful foundation that I would highly recommend. Next I have the Estee Lauder Double Wear in the pressed powder form. This one is in shade Cashew, so it would match my liquid foundation, my shade for the summer. It looks like this. It comes in a beautiful compact with a little powder or sponge at the back that you can use. I only use this in the summer because this shade is a little bit too dark for me now, but it's a great a great powder form, because if you go away on holiday and it's really hot, you don't want to wear liquids, so this would definitely work to provide the coverage that you need and still look flawless. It lasts up to 10 hours. I think this one is not as long wearing as liquid form, but it works really well in the summer. I don't wear all that much makeup anyway when I'm on holiday, so this is perfect for travel. And my last foundation is also by Bobbi Brown. It's the Illuminating Finish Powder Foundation with SPF 12, which I use to set my foundations. Now it comes with this little sponge here, which is really dirty, so apologies for that. I do use it quite a bit. And it comes in this really gorgeous compact. I love Bobbi Brown packaging, very pretty. This, you can use it on its own as well, but it doesn't provide all that much coverage, so it's something that I would mostly recommend to set your foundation. And even though it says it's a illuminating powder foundation, don't worry, there's no glitter. It's not going to make you look like a disco ball. It just sets your makeup, but it doesn't control oil. Even though I think on the website it says it's suitable for oily skin, I really don't think it is. I think it's suitable for any skin type, and it works really well to set your makeup. So this is a product that I would definitely recommend if you like Bobbi Brown foundations, because you can wear it on its own as well, but just bear in mind it doesn't have a lot of coverage. So I hope you guys enjoyed this foundation collection. Let me know if you've tried any of these products and what your thoughts are. If you enjoyed this video, give it a good thumbs up, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.